In this intense hearing, Eric Lee Cooper fights to avoid prison after violating probation. His girlfriend, Ariana Solomon, and family friend Violet Robinson testify about his troubled past, homelessness, a chaotic upbringing, and a drug-addicted mother. But will the judge believe he's changed?
All right, the court is calling 2020-24 CR 008984 and 2024 CR 5691 State versus Eric Lee Cooper. Could I have parties announced? Here, Mr. Cooper?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of true to violation of condition number 4 in each cause number, and it was recalled for the defense to call any witnesses. And who is your first witness, counsel?
Well, I also have two witnesses here in the courtroom.
Do you want to take the witness on Zoom first or less? So do you want to take her? Or less? All right, call your witness.
Ariana Solomon. Ariana Solomon.
So,
Over here, they're back against the.
all right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Ariana Solomon.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Ariana, do you know Eric Cooper?
Yes, sir.
And how do you know him?
That's my boyfriend.
All right. How long have you known him?
6-7 years.
Okay. Do you know his personal situation, his family life?
Yes, sir.
Do you know his mother?
Yes, sir.
When he was put on probation, was he living with his mother?
Yes, sir.
And do you know what happened in that situation?
She kicked him out.
And,
She kicked him out.
and did Eric at that point have any place to go?
No, no.
So was he, to your knowledge, was he on the streets for a while?
Yes, sir.
And then you subsequently reintroduced yourself to him or met him again?
Yes, sir.
And is he living, do you live with your father?
Yes, sir.
And your father's here in the courtroom also, right?
Yes, sir.
And did Eric come to live in your house with your father and you?
Yes, sir.
And how would you describe how he's doing at this point? Have you noticed a change in him?
I would say he's doing better. I see he has stability and he's ready to focus on himself more. He wants to go to school. He had a jobs being lined up, interviews, everything.
How would you describe his life with his mother? You've known him for quite a few years.
Terrible. She's hectic and a handful.
I'm sorry, what?
Terrible. She's hectic and
She's what?
hectic.
Okay.
Do you know whether or not she has a drug problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a yes? She does have a drug
Yes, she
problem.
does have a drug problem.
Has she been to prison before?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
So Eric
All right,
has
so just 1 second. So these answers have to be your answers, not his answers. Either you know or you don't know. If you don't know, then the answer is you don't know.
No, I do not.
Okay. All right, you may continue.
all right. So with the stability of your home and your dad being there, do you think Eric could finish this probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking the judge to put him back on probation?
Yes, please.
Do you think prison would be of any help to?
No.
How old is Eric?
24.
To your knowledge, do you know if he's ever been on probation before?
Besides the one he was just on?
Correct.
Not to my knowledge.
Right. I believe that's all I have, Judge, unless you have some questions.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Just a few questions. One, you said that your father and you live in this household that he and Mr. Cooper moved in with y'all.
Yes.
How many people live in that household?
Me, my father, Eric, and me and Eric's 2 dogs.
And who's
Me and Eric's 2 dogs.
2 dogs? Okay, sorry, I didn't catch that last part. And then you said that how well do you know his mother?
I grew up with her.
You grew up?
Yeah.
At the same time, like with Mr. Cooper, how old are you?
I'm 19.
19. So y'all a little bit of age, difference, about 4 or 5 years, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so how did he come to meet you and start living with you?
So we ended up texting on Facebook
Mhm.
and met up with each other. I seen that he was living on the streets and I told him to come with me,
That's it?
pretty much.
Does Do you have a job?
I do babysitting.
Babysitting? And so you babysit at your house?
If they want me to, or 9 times out of 10, I go to my clients' houses.
Are they aware that somebody that's on probation
Yes.
for burglary of a habitation is also in the household
Yes.
with their children?
Yes. That's all I have, Judge.
All right. So I'm trying to understand. So is she saying, and you can ask these questions, is she saying that she didn't have contact with him for however many years? And then he reached out to her on Facebook and she found out that he was living on the streets and she brought him to a house that's her father's house? Is that what I'm hearing?
I asked my father if we could move in, if he could move in with us. My father was okay with that because he's known Eric.
Okay.
He's younger.
The families have known each other for a while, is my understanding, Judge.
Okay, I'm just trying to get a clear picture of everything.
So we basically grew up with each other. So after finding out that someone I care about is on the streets, I'm not going to allow that. So I called my dad. My dad said it was fine. We also talked to my mom. She said it was fine, that she would help us any way she can. And that's how we've been ever since.
Okay. All right. I just wanted a clear understanding.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
All right. Thank you. You can call your next witness.
Violet Robinson.
All right. If you could unmute for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you can raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Violet Robinson.
All right. Any objections to the witness testifying by Zoom, state?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, you may proceed.
Miss Robinson, how long have you known Eric Cooper?
Since before he was born.
All right.
I know him all his life.
Okay. Do you know his mother?
Yes, ma'am. I do know his mother.
Could you describe Eric's home life?
His mom was very confused and stuff. They lived. But as a kid, he lived with when he was born, his mom, his grandma, his aunt, and cousins in the house. So it was chaotic because it was a 2-bedroom. And then some things happened with the mom. And he got sent to go live with his dad through CPS and everything. And we lost contact, and then we regained back contact. And then because my mother's his godmother. And then after a while, when he met my daughter, Ariana, is when we got back.
All right. So, Miss Robinson, you've known Eric his whole life, and you say he had a chaotic childhood. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Like keychain.
We can hear other people in the background there. Do you think Eric could do well if given a second chance on this probation?
Yes, ma'am, I do. He was already starting to work with a lawn serviceman out there with my ex-husband and daughter. And he's shown interest that he wanted to go back to school. I know he's a lot interested in art and stuff. And he's been real helpful to my ex-husband as he can't get around and things a lot. So to keep me from going and stuff out there, he's really been helping a lot.
So you're asking this judge today to give Eric a second shot at probation. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And you would be there in support of Eric and to see that maybe help him do what he needs to do on this probation.
Yes, ma'am. I will support Eric in any way that I can because he does help me out a lot with assisting with my ex-husband.
You think him having a felony conviction on his record or being sent to TYC would do Eric any good at all?
No, ma'am. That wouldn't help him anyway for the goals and things that he has said that he would like to do. Having that type of conviction will only hinder him. It would not help him to be the productive citizen that he's trying to be.
All right. I believe that's all I have.
All right. Any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Hi, Miss Robinson.
Yes, sir.
When was it that you he showed this interest to work? When was that?
He was helping. It's a landscaping company out there.
When?
closer towards Elmendorf, that he was helping work with them.
When was that? Was it 2 months ago, 5 months ago, last year?
I think it froze. Hello?
When, what date, what time was he doing this?
It was actually before he even got picked up. And I know about a week or so ago, the man that he was working with came to look for him to see if he was interested.
So you're aware that he was placed on probation back in September 2024. Is that correct?
Honestly, I wasn't aware of that he was on probation or anything. I just know he was having a hard time, and I just knew he needed some type of help and some assistance. So that's why I suggested that he go out there, because I know my ex, he's into Holocaust and into rehab. So I know he can help him.
Okay, so I mean, you said that you've known him all of his life and that you're pretty much an intricate part of his life now, but you didn't even know that he was on probation?
So honestly, sir, I didn't ask that of him. I didn't see him. I see him as my son. So I didn't see him as asking him, oh, what trouble are you in? Are you in anything? He came, he needed a place to stay. He wanted a job. He wanted to better himself. He wanted to go to school. So his probation didn't have anything to do with me. His probation was him. If he disclosed it, we could have helped. But because I didn't think to ask, we was just trying to get him the help that he was asking for at that moment.
Thank you, ma'am. No worries.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for coming in to testify. Any other witnesses?
We have Richard Sullivan here.
All right, Mr. Sullivan. All right, do you need a seat? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Richard Sullivan.
You know Eric Cooper, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you known Eric?
I've known him 2 different ways. May I say something first?
Yes.
39 years ago, in this courtroom. 39 years ago, I stayed in this courtroom. I got 99 years. I didn't have the support. And I had the support that he don't have.
All right, so you're saying you were sentenced to 99 years?
I do this. I volunteer at the courthouse, jail, TDC. The only reason why I only stand in front of my boys, they've been in trouble. I ain't been to court. I ain't been to court for them. He had a shot. If I'd have knew that he was on probation, I would have did something. I'd have came down, I'd have said something to somebody. Okay? I understand what he's up against. His mother, she's not telling you what just happened outside. That didn't make no sense. That's the mom.
Oh, what happened outside?
She went ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
That's her son. She didn't come in here to help. She came in to hurt. I mean, this is what he's up against. So when he came in my house, I don't let nobody in my house now. Okay? That's my daughter. She barely got back in my house. I'm looking at her. I don't want them on the street. They don't look good. Okay? I watched him fix a lawnmower. It didn't work. I watched him go to work. We fought. We argued. But you're not going to do that in my house. He's not doing nothing. He's just trying to figure out what to do, how to do. It was me 37 years ago. Okay? When I heard this a year ago, he had nowhere to go. Between me and you, both of them, he had my daughter on the street. She went out there. Okay? It hurt my heart. When he grabbed her, she's in love with him. And he was taking care of her. They came to my house. I'm a daddy, so I don't like men. You understand? I'm very particular. Okay? I watched what he did. Then he brought his children in. Okay? I watched how he interacted with his children. But I couldn't move. He didn't know something. I couldn't move. I was recovering. And I went outside after he got arrested. And I cried. Because he did my yard. I didn't know at the time. I want to apologize to him. I was getting on his butt. Apologize to you. Because I was just getting on the butt. And saying, you're sorry, you're doing nothing right here. I don't see what you're doing. Apologize. I went outside and I seen you. Okay? That's why I'm standing here.
All right, Mr. Cooper,
Okay?
you got your sentence reduced when you were
Yeah, well,
released
when I went to
12
prison,
years.
So, well, I did 12 years. I learned how to be a lawyer. I had to reduce the sentence from 99 to 35. Okay.
All right. Was there any-
just a second. So who sentenced you?
Machado. Judge Machado.
Okay, that's the 27th. Okay.
27.
Yeah.
But it was here at the end of the 187 because he was like going out.
Okay.
He was getting sick. So
All right. But is there anything, would you want Eric to experience what you experienced in prison for 12 years?
It's not about experience. It's what he's going to lose. What he's going to lose. It's not.
And you know how old Eric is, right?
24.
And he has the rest of his life in front of him.
Yes.
Do you know he was put on probation for 5 years back?
I did not know. I did not know till I walked in front of him.
September.
Not till I walked in front.
And basically, he has done nothing on probation for 2 months and got arrested.
I understand why he did. He did like every other child would do, or person that do. They got himself into something I don't know how to get myself out of. Okay? But he's out of it now. He got him. We have him now.
All right. Did he have any form of support when he was living at his mother's house after he was put on probation?
He's never had support.
All right.
Well, I'm take that back. I see his father. His father doing the best he can from the distance. I see that. I give him his father his credit.
Okay, but are you currently counseling repeat offenders?
This is what I do every day. I volunteer to go back in to help who I can. I'm going to speak to us. Okay, I'm going to speak to the juveniles as best as I can in a religious setting. That's the way I can. Now,
all right. And you would be there if Eric were granted probation or get put back on probation. He would be living with you and you would be there to support him, correct?
Yes. Yes, support himself. I got you, Sam. Yes.
All
I
right.
should show him how to support himself. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you asking this court to give him a second chance at probation?
Give me a first chance, son. That's why I'm asking the court. Give me one chance. That's all.
My questions are: one, Mr. Cooper arrived at your household and started living in your house when? What month?
March?
March of 2025.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
And so you do realize that he was put on probation back in September.
No, sir.
Okay, you're aware that he's on probation now,
Yes, sir.
but you weren't aware that he was on probation when he came to your house?
No, sir.
So you only became aware that he was on probation after he was arrested. Is that right?
No, sir.
When did you find out?
In here today.
You what?
Not because I walked in here today.
So you did not know that Mr. Cooper was on any type of probation until you were asked to come down here today.
Yes.
Okay, so he just disappeared from your household and you didn't know where he was at because he got arrested.
No, he got arrested down the street from my house.
Okay, so you're aware he got arrested, and then you just realized today that he's on probation.
Yeah, I knew the charge that he got arrested for.
Okay, and what was that?
Like burglary, right? Yes.
Burglary of a habitation, yes, sir, and also unauthorized use of motor vehicle.
I heard about it.
Okay, and so it's fair to say that he did share a lot of what he was going through with you.
We share different things. Let me say what he said. I said, why didn't you get him moving a job? He said, I can't get him letting. I understood that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of him saying I got probation, what I do. Right? So what I did was say, man, this guy does this work, this guy does this work. He does this. Right? He's not a criminal.
Well, I mean,
No.
well, sir, let's just be fair about this. He was charged with burglary of a habitation and also unauthorized use of motor vehicle. He was placed on deferred.
Right.
So he's not a convicted criminal, but he did plead to that.
Right.
And then he chose not to show up
That's
for the months that he was supposed to show up. And he's on a certain amount of time. And you of all people should appreciate that because you served how many years? 50 years?
Well,
12 years. You only served 12 years.
they ain't on.
What's that?
They're not on 12.
Well, I understand. So compared to life, it's a lot less, isn't it? It's fair to say, right? I'm not trying to make fun or make light of the situation.
Yes.
12 years is a hard time. You were in prison for a long time. And I'm not making light of that. Nobody really, I don't want to serve 1 day, 1 minute, right? But the fact is that you're an individual that knows the repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
And a young man standing behind you committed burglary of a habitation and also unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and chose to engage his responsibility there then. And then when he was given a chance and given deferred by this court, he chose not to abide by it and disappeared.
So,
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
ask me a question.
you know the circumstances of his home life.
Right.
And what was going on there.
If I believe this, it's what I believe. As a young man, if you're taught correctly, if you know how to do things, and how to answer things, how to do the proper things, he doesn't have a chance. What you think of going back and say, I'm sorry. I heard the judge say, when you get out and you can't get no help, call me and I'll help. Right? I don't think he knew he can call somebody. I think he just knew he was in trouble. Okay? I didn't see a trouble boy in my house.
All right. That's all I have, Judge.
All right. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thanks.
All right, gentlemen, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Eric Lee Cooper Jr.
All right. So what I can tell you, counsel, this is the question I want answered, right? I understand that people go through hardships. Sometimes people have a horrible mom. Their mom is like Sybil. Sometimes people have good parents. And sometimes people have a horrible parent and they end up in CPS care. Then they end up in the foster care system, and the people in the foster care system, maybe they're not treating them right. But my question is, at what age, if he can answer or somebody can answer to me, at what age are you responsible for your own actions? It is no longer, well, my mom didn't do this or my mom didn't do that. At what age do we take responsibility for our own actions and quit saying, you know what, I had a horrible parent? I mean, does it stop at 24, 30, 40? Those are the questions I would like answered.
All right. That's not the reason we're here today. I think Eric is here to explain to you that it takes full responsibility for his actions. Eric, you're 24 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, have you ever been on probation before?
As a juvenile.
And was that for a misdemeanor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But this is the first time you've been on probation for a felony offense.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what was going through your mind when you failed to report to your probation officer. You were put on probation in September of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you do anything?
I did not really report.
I'm sorry, what?
I didn't report.
And why is that? What was going on in your mind at that time?
My mother had kicked me out of my sister's house where I was supposed to reside. And with my sister knowing that she also agreed with my mother and also decided to not let me back in the house. So with that being said, I was left out on the street. I didn't know what to do. And if I was to call or contact somebody at the courts, I didn't honestly think that they would believe me because my mom was the person to quickly get to the courts before any of her children would. This is the same mother that I'm speaking of, that my brother had gotten sentenced to 25 federal years in the federal prison.
All right. So basically you're telling the judge you were afraid and just didn't know what to do at that point.
Honestly, yes.
Did you reach out to old friends at that point?
I did.
All right. And you now have a place to reside. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you think you could comply with probation?
Yes, ma'am.
At this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking this judge to give you another shot at proving yourself to her that you can do this?
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't pick up any new offenses after you were placed on probation, did you?
Ma'am.
You've been in Bexar County Jail now 2.5 months.
Yes, ma'am.
Has that opened your eyes to anything?
It has. I started my GED in here. I see myself improving in GED. I learned new things.
Would you, if you were put back on probation, would you continue to work on your GED?
Yes, ma'am. When I got released, I had went up to St. Philip's myself, and I was supposed to start classes January 10th.
Is there anything else you want to tell the judge today?
I do deeply apologize for you seeing my face here again. Honestly, especially as a young black man as myself, I would deeply apologize for that.
All right, so here's the thing. I always tell people, don't do the young black person with me. But because, I see you're a black person, but I don't understand why you're here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And again, I don't understand at what point the way we were raised, somebody raised us and they did a horrible job. At what year is it no longer their fault? And these are all our own choices. 25, 30, 40, 50. At what point are our choices are our own? And what I do know is that everybody who comes in here and they're placed on probation, I always tell them, if there's an issue, let probation know. If you feel probation is not addressing it, you can come to court. I've had people to come to this court before because they're homeless. They got kicked out of their home. And we try to figure out what we can do. Probation tries to figure out what we can do. But when people disappear, I don't know what people expect me to do because my hands are tied.
Judge, I would like to state that, he was put on probation. He didn't get any of the help from probation that you had offered him. He's taking
Well, let's make the record as clear. Probation had the help available for him. He didn't take advantage. He didn't reach out to contact them.
Exactly, Judge. And he's taking full responsibility for that. He is a young man. We're just falling on your mercy today to give him another shot, to keep a felony off of his record, which will follow him till you know when. And if we could just give him another shot, he'll abide by anything you ask of him. If you want to put him on a monitor, if you want to put him, I don't think he has any drug issues or anything. I think he's just scared.
All right. So state, what is your recommendation? All right. Defense, what are you requesting?
I've conferred with probation. They agree to extend him 1 year in each case, GPS monitor for 60 days, bi-weekly reporting, and she didn't state a time limit on that, and proof of employment within 30 days.
All right. This is what I can tell you. We haven't seen you, but I've heard the testimony. I understand he has certain issues in his life. So I'm going to give you a choice. These are your only two choices. You don't have another choice. These are your only two choices. I can revoke you. And if I revoke you, I'll sentence you to 2 years in the burglary of a habitation case. And I'll sentence you to 180 days in the unauthorized use of a vehicle case. Or I will find you guilty in each case and I'll extend you for 1 year.
I was so hoping not to get him a felony conviction.
I mean, we haven't seen him. There has to be some sort of punishment.
But Judge, it was only for a short time. He was a couple of months.
The only reason why it's a short time, correct me if I'm wrong, I take no offense to people correcting me if I'm wrong. But the only reason why it was a couple of months in a short time is because he got arrested for a violation of his condition.
I understand that, but I was so hoping not to get him that felony conviction, which is just devastating for these young guys.
I know. That's why people need to report. That's the easiest thing. And if you speak to him, and if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure he will tell you. I tell people when they're on probation, if there's an issue, let probation know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can come to court and address it with me. All right, Mr. Cooper, I find violation of condition number 4 true in each of these cause numbers. Do you want the court to continue you on probation?
Yes.
All right, you understand that the court is going to find you guilty in each cause number and place you on community supervision?
Yes.
Is that what you're asking for? Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right. Then in each cause number, I'm going to find you guilty. And cause number 2024 CR 008984. All previous conditions will remain. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And the court is going to sentence you any request for the underlying.
Your Honor, the underlying, we would be requesting 8 to 10 years.
All right. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. And cause number 2024 CR 5691. The court is going to find you guilty with all previous conditions. All right. There'll be 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 5 years.
Judge, I would still ask for the GPS. I would ask for the GPS and bi-weekly reporting for.
All right, there'll be a GPS waive fees, and the GPS will be for tracking. And you say bi-weekly reporting for how long?
60 days.
And bi-weekly reporting for 60 days. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So I'm sorry. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You do not have a right to appeal in either of these cases because you waived your right to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? We can go off the record. I'm going to tell you again. If there's an issue, let probation know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can still come to the court. You understand?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Guys, could you bring out Mr. Bach? Yes. What's your question?
The supervisor with minors, does that mean children too?
Yes. That means that there will have to be someone there with you, another adult.
Their mothers?
Yeah. It could be their mother. It could be the person who's here with you today.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. I need him to sign that.